I'm performing the role of Rodolfo in La Boheme. This is actually my 5th La Boheme. Rodolfo is always on stage. So you get on stage and you start singing with the guys and you're playing around and doing all this stuff. The landlord comes in, you get the landlord out, you don't want to pay your rent. And then the most famous scene in all of opera comes when Mimi comes with her candle. And that's also the hardest music in the show. And you've already been on stage singing that whole time, and you aren't just like relaxing in a dressing room getting ready for the moment. You're just in the moment. In this production of Boheme, I'm singing opposite Nicole Cabell, who's playing Mimi, and she is one of my all-time favorite sopranos, all-time favorite colleagues to work with. She has just an exquisite voice, and she's the sweetest person. She's just the best colleague to work with. There's a tendency to push tenors into sounding the same as every other tenor, like you want a lyric tenor to sound just like this. And for me, that's never been the case. I really have always been drawn to singers that sound like nobody else. And in this cast, there's plenty of those people as well. And Nicole's one of those people who you hear Nicole's voice and you're like, that's Nicole Cabell. You can't confuse her for somebody else. And that personal uniqueness is what I really love. When you're singing La Boheme, there is a little bit of pressure because all of the famous tenors have sung Rodolfo. So people have in their mind a preconceived idea of how Rodolfo is supposed to sound. For a lot of people, that's hearing Pavarotti's voice in their head, or Bergonzi, or Gedda, or somebody like that. And what's great about this production is that this is a young cast. So this is not Pavarotti singing this in his 40s. This is a young cast that are believable as bohemians in Paris. We've all gelled. We're all friends like we would be in La Boheme, and it just feels very natural. This is actually not my first time performing with Michigan Opera Theater. Back in the 2000-2001 season, when I was still a sophomore at the University of Michigan, I auditioned for the chorus with Michigan Opera Theater, and I was singing baritone at the time. And believe it or not, Boheme was my first professional show ever. So I sang the chorus for that, and it was the same director, it was Mario Corradi, and we had a great time doing that. A lot of times opera, you feel it very viscerally, and it just really connects with your soul in a certain way, and I was just hooked on opera after that.